What are your facial expressions and what is your body language telling them? Now, I am not a body language expert. I do have training in body language, but I would definitely not consider myself an expert at all. But I do try to apply the information in myself when I am interacting with other people. And this happens when you want to take this from how you're dealing with the family members, how you are dealing with the people in a networking situation, right? All of this is really important. So stop and think for a minute. What is my face, my body? What am I telling them? Am I having really good eye contact with my potential clients or with just anybody that I'm talking to in any situation? Because eye contact is important. And remember, certain brain personality connections, certain brain quadrant dominance, especially your nurturers, the eye contact is very important to them, right? That is going to help them to feel more comfortable with you. Now, you don't want to do the whole staring thing with the eyes wide open and make them feel like, oh, this is creeping me out, right? You don't want it to be unnatural, but you do want to start paying attention to how much you're looking at their face. Because when you're not looking directly at them when they are talking, when they are communicating with you, it gives their subconscious the feeling that, hey, this person isn't paying attention to me. Right? So pay attention to how you are interacting with the other individuals. Be sure that you're more open. Right? If you have your body backed and you're folded and you're crossed and you're closed off, or you have a more serious look on your face and it's not a serious conversation, right? Then you are communicating again to their subconscious, I'm not really interested. Or if you're pacing and you're constantly looking at the way out, right? It means I'm not really paying attention to you. If I'm fidgeting or I'm moving in, I'm not paying attention to you. All right, so you want to be open. You want to stand in a way that makes them comfortable with your stance. So not too close, not too far, making that eye contact so they know that you are engaged with them. It's really important to repeat oftentimes. One of the things that was super interesting when I took the psychological first aid course and got the certificate in that, they were saying how important it is, even if you think you know, even if you're 100% sure that you know what you understood what the other person just said to you, you got it. When you repeat it back to them, especially in situations and where there's trauma involved or there's just been a disaster and they're telling you how they feel, repeat it back to them. Something like, so I understand you are really stressed right now. This has been a mess. How are you feeling? If they tell you, they're feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling emotional, they're feeling lost, then acknowledge that. That's got to be really tough to be in your shoes and to have that feeling of loss. This is not a normal situation. By doing that, they now know, hey, she just heard me, he just heard me. And you can apply this same information, this same skill, develop this same skill for anything. When you're talking with clients, when you're talking with potential clients, when you're talking with teammates, when as a leader you're talking with individuals on your team that you're leading, all of that is important. If someone comes up to you and says, hey, I need a moment of your time, and I have to admit, guilty as charged this morning, we were under a little bit of stress, and there were a few moments when I was like trying to get something on my computer, and somebody would say something to me, and I turned to them really fast, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I wasn't engaged, I wasn't emotionally showing that I was connected. So we do get those moments ourselves, but if we can just take time sometimes to step back, take a deep breath, and think about what do they need, right? What do they need in that moment?